Hello and welcome to another 9 letters video. This video is going to be a Tiger Glad deck profile. This is the deck I've been running for such a long time. I love it, and I wanted to do a deck profile on it. But before I get to the deck profile, I want to make an announcement of sorts, I guess. I apologize for not having the video schedule that I wanted to have. I wanted to release at least one video every week, but that didn't end up happening due to technical difficulties I had, and just a bunch of other stuff that just came into play with me making videos. But those problems are now resolved, so I will be able to get on the schedule that I originally planned on, with perhaps even more videos, maybe like 2 to 3, if all goes well. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, without further ado, let's get on to the deck. Okay. So, first card I want to talk about, 3 Test Tiger. This is a Test Tiger build. Test Tiger builds are my favorite type of GB build because Test Tiger builds have speed when they need it or speed when they want it, but they don't rely on speed. Now, if that just fits my playstyle very, very well because I like to have the ability to be fast, but I also don't want to have to rely on it. Like a Hero Lives Glads. Those rely heavily on speed and to get off your plays as soon as you can, because if you activate a Hero Lives, you're down from 8 to 4, and that's pretty hefty, and it's all about speed, because you summon your Prisma, you dump, and then your special Test Tiger, then you go into the Gazaris or whatever. But yeah, so that's I just don't like to have to rely on that speed. But I like to have the option, because with Test Tiger you can do a lot of stuff, like you can go and you can do Prisma and stuff like that if you wanted to, but it's not necessary, and that's what I like about the build. And obviously you need 3, because that's just goes without saying. 1 Prisma. With Test Tiger builds, you can go either way with the 1 Prisma or the not. I prefer to run it because I like to have it, because you can do the Prisma, dump Bestiary, then Test Tiger into Darius, then go into Gazaris from there. I like to have that option. I don't need it. I tried the deck without it, and it works. It works the same, but I like to have that option. So 1 or none, it's just on personal preference, I guess. 2 Laquari, standard. 2 Darius, standard. With the whole thing with 3 Laquari, I don't really like it, so I don't know. And 1 Darius, or 3 Darius. 1 Darius is not enough, 3 Darius is too much. 2 Quest. People have been saying that you should only run 1, because all you need to do is recycle your chariots. I like to have the option of not just recycling chariots, because you might want to get like a Bestiary back into your hand, or you might want to get a Darius back in your hand if you have to recycle it. It's like a last minute out. Depending on what I'm playing, like if I'm siding in defissures, then 1 of these or 2 of these might even come out. Or actually, more likely just 1. But, yeah, I like to have the option, and I could side out for it. 2 Hippos. I like this a lot, because with 2 Hippos, you get... It's one of those things that most GB players only run 1. So when the second one comes in, they're like, what? And then, you know... you're able to tag out during their turn, which is nice. And it's also a very nice defense wall when you need it. Sometimes, if I can't do anything else on my first play, I'll normal summon a GB, then Test Tiger into a Hippo, and 24 is a tough wall to get over on your first turn, depending on what deck you're playing, because a deck obviously runs a lot of traps, it's GBs, so 24 is hard to get over, and I think 2 is pretty cool. Standard. Marmillo, standard. Secutor. This thing does work. It's a very nice card. It's a very nice out to have. If you can special summon into that and then attack, you can get Heraclinos out like nothing. It's just so nice to have. That is, of course, if you can manage to get over the fact that it has 400 attack, which is tough. But if you can, then its pluses are amazing. Ready Ari, this is also amazing because you can remove from play some of the serious cards that they might need for the future. I know my friend plays Dragoonides, and this destroys him because if he has a Phalanx in his graveyard, remove it. If he has a Achilles in his graveyard, remove it, and then they can't do anything after that. And it also goes up. It goes up well against a lot of different decks because the Yu-Gi-Oh meta is a very graveyard heavy, reliant game. One Spirit Reaper. I like Spirit Reaper because it's a last minute thing that they can't get over. It stops Rabbit. It stops a lot of different decks. It's just a very nice card to have. Depending on what I'm siding in, this might come out if I need to go faster, but you never know. This is an interesting tech choice that I've been running for a while. One Cyber Dragon in the main deck. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. I might move this to the side deck and then throw something else that's in the side deck in the main deck or whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's a very nice card to have at some times, but other times you don't need it. And it's good because you can just special Cyber, and it's not incredibly important. So if they like bottomless it, then you're out of bottomless, but they're out of bottomless, but you didn't normal summon this turn, so you still have the ability to go into your GBs and not have to worry about them, bottomlessing Bestiari. So I'm considering moving this to the side with the other Cyber Dragon I have in the side deck, but I'm not sure. I'm still seeing how this plays out. That is the monster lineup, and move on to the spells. 3 Proving Ground. This adds a lot of consistency to the deck. It's a good way to just get out some GBs that you need. Sometimes I like to do this, then get into Bestiari so I can go into Gazaris pretty easily. Yeah, it's good stuff. 2 Smashing. I think any GB deck should run this. Well, maybe not a Hero Live since how fast that is, but I think that most GB decks should run some kind of removal like this because it's very nice to have. 2 MST. I don't think 3's good. I think 2's enough. And then staples. Yeah. Starkhole, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Book of Moon. You get it. Okay, onto the traps. There are 2 War Chariots. 3 gets Cloggy. It's not necessary, I don't think. You can go either way with it, but I personally do better with 2. I don't think it's that necessary to have 3. 2 Waboku. This card is amazing. I'm considering moving this up to 3 because of how amazing this card is. Because you could just activate this whenever, at pretty much any time. Like, there's no set requirement for when this card needs to be activated. Like, so if they activate MST or Heavy, then you can chain with that. And it's great because now your GBs can't be destroyed, and if they attack during the battle phase and then you activate that, you can tag out. Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. 2 Call, because Call works excellent in GBs, because you can summon a Bestiary from your grave or something like that, and then normal summon, and then tag into, or contact into something. Or you can just call and then attack and then tag out. The only problem is that it stays in the field, but it's not that big of an issue. And I'm very glad that's back at 2. 2D Prison. It's a staple, I guess. 2 Bottomless. I was siding these for a while, but I added them to the main deck, and they're helping out a lot. Sometimes these cards will come out against certain decks. And then the 1 of each. I run 1 Starlight Road. I think 2 is too much, because you don't want to draw into a 2nd Starlight Road, because that's horrible. But, And then 1 Mirror Force and 1 Solemn. I don't have warnings, and I don't think they're that necessary. I like life points. That is the main deck. Onto the extra deck. 2 Herc. 3 is not really necessary, but I guess you can throw it in. 3 Gazaris, because Gazaris is amazing. 2 Esadari. 1 Ulti and 1 Ultra, because that's how I roll. 1 Utopia. Utopia is amazing for this deck. I'm considering adding 2, because if both your Esadari somehow get destroyed and Utopia is the only out you have it to go into, it's still amazing, because with Darius you can special summon like a Hopmas from your graveyard or a Secutor from your graveyard if it was destroyed early in the duel. and then going to Utopia, and it's got the same attack as Esadari. There's different ways, like, considering you can go into either Utopia or Esadari. Esadari is good because it sends your monsters back to the deck so you can use them later, like Darius, and then they're safe. But Esadari doesn't have any effect. But Utopia, you overlay, and then your monsters aren't in the deck anymore, but it has the effect of negating the attack, which could be very helpful. So, I don't know. It's a very good card. Leviathan Dragon. It's good to have the 3-star. I almost never go into this, but if they were to creature swap or something like that, I could take advantage of it. And 1 Stardust for the Starlight Road. Side deck's not finished yet, but yes, that is the deck, man. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you later.